welcome back to today's video. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for joining me again on this video. If you're new here, thank you for deciding to come here and watch this video. I appreciate your support, and if you like it, I would hope you subscribe and come back for more. It helps my channel tremendously. So it's very exciting, you know, the most exciting thing. I'll start with the positives. We are having a baby number 4, so we have a boy first and then 2 girls. So we're hoping for a boy, but a girl would be fantastic as well. It's been really fun to be able to tell our children about the exciting news. You know, my 2 older ones really understand it, and I think that's been a super fun part of this pregnancy, just because, you know, my 3rd pregnancy, my son understood it some, but he didn't seem really into it. So this is kind of really the first pregnancy that some of our children have been really excited for a new baby to join our house. So also we have been able to tell parents and some grandparents and siblings. And that's always a really fun part of any pregnancy, is just to share that news with people, and you know, that we can all be excited together. So the most prominent symptoms that I have been dealing with throughout this first trimester are, of course, nausea and basically food aversions. I think those two really kind of go hand in hand. I feel like I've always had nausea and food aversions throughout the first trimester of each of my pregnancies, so I'm hoping that will subside here in the next few weeks. I feel like it's been a bit worse, especially the food aversions for this pregnancy. I mean, really, my favorite phrase is, "I'm starving, but nothing sounds good." And that phrase just literally sums up how I feel the majority of the time. My stomach literally feels empty, and I know, I'm telling you, it like gets empty because I have literally dry heaved an hour after I ate, and literally nothing is in my stomach. So I have nothing in my stomach. I know that I'm hungry and I know that I need to eat something, but I start thinking about what I could eat and foods that are in my house, or even foods that are outside my house, that I'm like, maybe I'll go get something, maybe my husband will go get something, and nothing sounds good, and it literally makes me cry. It's horrible. It's horrible. And the thing is, I can tell that my nausea isn't as bad when I am eating, like when I'm able to eat stuff and eat kind of like constantly, just kind of snack and keep something in my stomach. It's not as bad, but I can't. It's hard to eat, so it's really difficult. I haven't thrown up very much, just a couple of times. I absolutely hate throwing up, so I do everything in my power to not do that. If you are new to pregnancy or haven't tried these things, try them if you don't want to throw up. For sure, people who, you know, throw up a lot, like, you don't want to get dehydrated, so maybe some of these would help. I don't know. You can try them. It's just a suggestion and something that helps for me. I have been taking vitamin B6, which helped really a lot in my last pregnancy, and I can't really tell if it's been helping in this one. But I'm taking it. Maybe it would be worse if I wasn't taking it. So when I feel, and I feel like people know what I'm talking about if you have nausea, when I feel like the nausea is getting to the point where it's close, like it's kind of building up and I may be getting close to throwing up, I like stop everything I'm doing and sit down, or sometimes even like lay down and take some deep breaths. So in through my nose, in out through my mouth. Sometimes just breathing in really clean and crisp air, if that makes sense, kind of helps soothe things and helps to make that sensation go away or subside. You know, there are definitely points where I gag and, you know, my mouth starts watering and my tongue is like sliding back. And in those instances, there's not usually any turning back. It's pretty much, I'm gonna have to throw up to get this to go away. But if you can catch it before it gets to that point, as it's kind of like building, I have found that I've been able to breathe through it and get it to pass. Of course, drinking lots of water, which I have to constantly remind myself to do because I work outside the home, inside the home. I have 3 other children. I'm very busy. I have to constantly remind myself to drink water, but drinking water definitely helps with my nausea as well. Some other things that have been helping, strawberry milk helped a bit in the beginning, but I haven't really been wanting that lately. But one thing that has been kind of consistent is to have Andy's mints, so like some mint chocolate basically, and that just kind of does that same thing of the breathing. It kind of like soothes my belly just a little bit. Something about the mint and the chocolate, I don't know. I haven't ever tried like the ginger candies or anything like that. A lot of people say that those help a lot, but I haven't personally tried those. Those are just some things that have helped me, just because I like to avoid throwing up as much as possible. Let's go into some of just like, you know, the other type of symptoms. Just being very fatigued and tired. I know this is the first time that I've made my bed in months. You know, I'll kind of like throw the covers up a little bit, but actually like making it, this is the first time in months. So there's that. The house, of course, has just been on the back burner. The kids help, and my husband definitely helps as well, which is really, really great, and I'm grateful for. But you know, some things just don't get done sometimes, and that's all right. So along with the nausea, I do have a more sensitive gag reflex. So anytime I cough really hard, or sometimes when I'm brushing my teeth, I just gag. This is one of those things. I do have more acne, specifically back acne, but then, you know, a few on my face. I don't usually have acne normally, and I just get some during pregnancy and a lot on my back. As you can tell, I'm getting very winded during this conversation. I'm talking a lot and I'm getting winded. That happens, and sometimes even when I'm literally just standing there, I will get winded. You know, I already don't like pressure on my uterus. Usually this happens way later in my pregnancies, but it pretty much started as soon as I got pregnant. I'm like, what are these pants doing pushing on my uterus? I hated it. Like, I haven't ever experienced it this early on in pregnancy. And the last thing I want to talk about weight-wise, so I'm currently at 140 pounds, which is the most that I've weighed pre-pregnancy. For my first, I was 120. For my other two, I was 130. I normally gain about 40 pounds, which I know is on the higher end of gaining weight. I have large babies. My first was 9'14", and like a 9'3", and then an 8'14", so I do have very large babies, but you know, it's not all just the baby in there. I definitely gain weight myself, gain it in my legs and my butt a lot, but I'm hoping that since I'm starting at a higher pre-pregnancy weight that maybe I'll just do 30 pounds this time. We'll see. I have not gained anything this first trimester, which I think I normally do. Honestly, I don't remember like when I gained the weight, but we shall see. As long as I'm healthy and baby's healthy, you know, that's the ultimate goal. Anyways, thank y'all so much for watching today's video, and I will see y'all next time.